good here.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast.
No, I'm muting you. I'm muting you. Fucking
Let's
stop
go.
that. Anyways,
Today
welcome
we're
back to the
taking over, and
podcast.
Emma's not allowed
Nope.
saying the
Nope,
intro
I'm muting.
anymore.
Nope, server mute. Welcome back to the podcast.
Let me free, bitch!
Welcome back to the
Let me
podcast.
out.
My name is Emma,
I'm Spook.
I'm Jess.
and we're putting Jess in jail.
Woo! Actually,
It's for your own good.
I mean, it's free food. It's free.
Exercise,
Free
free
board.
healthcare, you get libraries. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
You know what?
Fair.
I'm gonna go to jail.
you're right.
Oh.
Maybe,
For my
you know what?
multiple
But here's the
crimes.
thing.
For my multiple
thing.
crimes against the crown.
They
I
even
was
handle
gonna
your
say,
medication.
if you go to prison, you have to go there for like something good. Like if you're gonna like kill someone by accident and you're already going to jail, like you may as well just keep killing. You know?
Might as well just go on a spree.
Well, you're going to prison anyways, so they'd be like, "Yeah, what did you do?" And you're like, "Oh, I accidentally killed a person." And everyone would be like, "Wow."
I accidentally killed a person.
Yeah, and then but if you went in there and be like, "Yeah, I killed 10 people," everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so
Oh,
cool."
Well, they're such a badass.
I do not
and you're just
endorse
like,
killing.
you're just like, wow, they're such a badass, and you're just there like, I just kind of lost it. I'm okay now though.
What are you doing in here? I hit and run someone and they threw me in jail.
Who is
I
ripping up
don't even
things?
have-
That would be Jess.
I just heard paper being torn up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's upset about going to jail.
Yeah. It's very stressful, man.
You know what else is a little
I'm
bit
too prim-
stressful?
I'm too pretty to be someone's bitch.
You know what else is a little bit stressful?
What?
What?
We are all now officially old because Jess just
Fuck
turned
off.
21.
Hey!
Welcome to the Vegas Enjoyers Club.
Yeah.
I was
Why is my bank emailing me? Leave
I'm
me
not.
alone. I don't care.
I don't quite. I don't know.
They finally figured out I've been using your money. I've been committing fraud.
Fraud,
Using
delicious.
your name.
Thanks. That's identity theft, and I will be seeing you in court.
Identity theft is not a joke, Emma. I'm thinking about Criminal Minds now. We started
You're
talking.
always thinking of Criminal Minds.
That's not true. It's just because the other day I was watching it again for the first time in forever because I haven't had time to watch it, and literally we started talking about basically like the hierarchy of prison, and just the other day there was an episode where they were talking about this, and now I'm just thinking about it.
Emma, this is called an addiction.
It's not an addiction. How dare you?
An addiction.
It's literally been weeks since I've watched it, and this is the
A
first time in
week?
forever. No,
Weeks.
weeks.
You know,
Weeks.
week?
It has been.
It's been weeks.
Multiple weeks, plural. like I
It's been
said.
2 weeks since I watched it last. Do you understand that? It's a long time.
So I watched a couple episodes on Monday, and I haven't watched it again since then.
Mm-hmm.
I promise it's not an addiction. I just love Spencer
is.
Reed.
Sure, honey. Sure.
Oh, so you're a simp.
Ah!
You shut the hell your mouth.
Got him!
Ah.
I mean, Jess can't say anything. I know she's watched the show too.
I haven't finished it.
How far are you?
I don't remember.
Well, I just
Never
started
watched it
season 12.
Dear God.
It's like 15
I've been up all
seasons.
night watching on 3x speed.
I wonder if I could actually watch a show like that.
Emma, no.
That's how I watch
Well, no,
my lectures.
I was gonna say, for lectures and stuff, when they're recorded, like pre-recorded, I would always put them on 2x speed because I couldn't handle listening to them in normal speed because for some reason professors talk really slow.
And
but
they
if I-
just, like, drag on.
But if I speed it up by 2x, suddenly it's like, wow, I can actually listen to this.
I wonder if
this is
it's also
crazy.
because I hate my degree.
Could be that.
Could be that. You never know.
Could be.
I have been rewatching Ethos Lab and Team Canada. I'd like to say I love them.
Delicious.
I would like to say that I'm so happy Mumbo is back.
It's
Missed him.
it's so weird. Okay, so for you guys who don't know, like not you two, I know you two know, but the listeners who don't know, Etho is Etho is Canadian obviously because he's on Team Canada.
Yeah.
Canadian YouTuber, and it's so funny because whenever I watch him, Beef, and Pause, I can always hear like their Canadian accent, which is so weird because I'm like, yeah, Canadians don't have an accent, and then when I listen to them, I'm like, oh, that's our Canadian accent, huh?
But do we know where from in Canada they're from? Because it also depends.
think-
It also depends on where they're coming from. Because if you're out all the way on the East Coast, like
No. So Etho, I think is like Alberta area. I'm not certain about that though. Pause is like Winnipeg, so Manitoba, and then Beef is Ontario, like near us. I think he's like in Toronto or something like that.
Huh.
Oh no, I just doxed us.
oh no, oh god, now
So
everyone will
I
know we
live
live
at-
in. So now everyone will know we live in the general
Oh,
vicinity of a
no.
large area.
Oh,
Wait, how many people live in
God.
Toronto?
Too many.
Like,
Toronto.
many.
Majority of people live in
population.
southern Ontario, so.
We'll round it up to 3 million.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
they're gonna
Oh, no,
find us!
what are the
Oh
3 million
no!
people?
God, they know where I live now. What have you done? You might as
I'm
well just
moving
tell them your
Florida.
name now.
I'll do it.
What?
I'll do it.
No.
I've been waiting for this day.
Hang on, I looked it up. I said the current metro area population of Toronto in 2022 is 6.3 million. The 2.9 was 2017.
Hang
You
on.
would think the population would have gone down considering the pandemic. And
Impossible.
then this was
But you also have to
2.8
think.
in
But you
2021.
also gotta think.
What's the number?
Spook, you also have to
Yeah.
think though, during the lockdown, people didn't have much else to do. There have been a lot
You're
of
right.
pandemic babies.
You are true.
That's all I'm
True.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, as of last year, 6.3 million in the current metro area population of Toronto. But is that just
know
the
what
city
that
of Toronto,
means.
or is it the entire GTA? How many people? Hang on, I want to know how many people are in the entirety of the GTA. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, it's not Grand Theft Auto. It's the Greater Toronto
How many
area. It's a
people-
whole
we
lot of
live in-
cities.
We live in
We
Grand Theft Auto.
we live in Grand Theft Auto. No, but every time I say GTA to people that don't know what it means, everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, and I have to explain that. It's the Greater Toronto area. Hang on.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, I am.
One time I told someone the city I lived in, and they thought it was like a fucking native tribe.
Yeah.
Like
they-
if you look at me,
I mean,
if you look at me, I am like the whitest person in the world. I literally said I live around Toronto.
Like a paper towel.
I said I live around Toronto, and they were just like, "Is that like a native tribe or something?" I just looked down and looked at
They
them
don't
and
know
went,
Toronto?
"No, they know Toronto," but for some reason I said the city we live in,
Oh,
and they were
okay.
like, "Ah, that must be a native tribe," and I was like, "What?" I think I was like 13 at the
Are you
time.
joking? The thing is, though, is that a lot of places in Canada are named like after like indigenous words and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, a lot of.
So I
lot
can
of
see
them.
that, but it's like, huh?
But it's, yeah, it's just like you're looking because this was on a school trip, so you're looking at a group of a bunch of white kids, and you're like, ah, yeah, that's a native tribe. Like, no, it's like we're a bunch of like white kids. Granted, like, yeah, it was like our schools, like the area we're in is pretty diverse, I would say, but our school still had a large majority of white kids, so like it was
We
just
had-
like.
At
Anyway.
my elementary school, I think we had like 2 black kids and 1 Asian kid
Yeah.
in my grade. And then the rest of us were white.
Yeah. Here,
And I
as
went
of,
to high school and I didn't even know, but
well, yeah, because a whole bunch of schools are feeding in, so I'm just. Anyways, as of apparently in 2020, the population of the GTA was 7.1 million, so it has actually gone down in the last like 2 years.
Has it?
Yeah, it's gone down because it was 7.1 million in 2020, so it has gone down a little bit.
Hooray!
Wow, the earth is healing. You know what? That was my favorite meme, I think, that came out of the pandemic. When it was like, wow, like, blank is coming back to, like, its natural habitat. The earth is finally healing. Only it was like, it's like a picture of, like, a trash can or something. It's like, wow, trash cans are coming back into their natural habitat. The earth is healing.
That was a
Put it
good
up.
meme. That was a good one.
I don't know, people come together during times like this and just make memes.
That's like the thing about like our whole generation and everything. Is we just kind of make memes and jokes about everything. Like, oh,
My
there's a
favorite
potential for World War III? Memes. Like it's just like
My
immediate
favorite thing
reaction.
is when
We
my
go,
dad
don't worry,
comes
we'll
up to
solve
me-
it.
My dad will come up to me and be like, "Oh, look at this meme," and it is not a meme at all. So I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, that's cool."
He's just, look at this meme. It's a picture of a squirrel that he took.
Literally.
It's like, great, thanks, Dad. He walks away. He's like, what
Thanks,
the hell?
That's not okay.
My
Great
favorite.
meme.
I've tried to explain to him what a meme is, and I think he sort of gets it.
I bet you anything he fully understands what a meme is, but he does it just because he knows it probably bugs you. He probably thinks it's
No,
funny.
he definitely doesn't know what it is.
I think it would be funny if like he had like he knew exactly what a meme was, but he was just doing it just
He does
'Cause you think it's
something
funny.
like that, where he pretends he doesn't know something just to get me riled up. And then I smack him.
I do that to you.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm used to it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like one of my favorite things to do is when somebody's like when somebody starts trying to explain something to me and it's like I do know, especially if it's something I definitely know. Like, you know, when a guy starts mansplaining to you and I just am like, and then I just continue to pretend like I have no idea what's happening. Especially if someone makes like a really bad joke, you just like, I don't get it. So they have to keep explaining until they realize the joke's not funny.
My favorite
Yeah.
thing is when they make like a racist joke or something like that, and you're like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, can you explain it to me?
That's exactly what I mean.
You have to sit there, like, you get to sit there, watching them fumble over their words.
Just
like
let them
I'm
keep
doing right
digging
now.
their hole deeper and deeper. It's
Yep.
great. It's so much fun. I love doing that to people.
It's like, yeah, you should have stopped before you spoke, stupid.
It's so much more fun rather than like directly calling
Trolling.
someone out. It's so much more fun to just troll them until they realize how stupid they sound. It's so much more
What do
fun.
you do to me?
Yeah. So I do to a lot of people. Say something stupid, I'll be stupid back. Fighting fire with gasoline.
Hey man, if it's not broken.
So they always say my mom and my dad both actually used to always say I was an instigator, and they were 100% right. I fucking love adding fuel to the fire.
You are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm yawning right now.
It's because I'm
This is
it's because I'm
why-
an older sibling.
I had this.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I had this thing this morning
Fucking stop it.
called work. No, I had this thing this morning called work,
Ugh.
and I haven't been sleeping well for the last few days. Like, kind of messed, not like purposely, but I kind of messed up my sleep schedule, and then like,
What?
I know the one day I couldn't fall asleep, and then I was just all out of sorts. But I had to wake up today at like 7 o'clock, and it didn't go well. Also, did you know that waking up when it's sunny outside is a lot different than waking up when it's pitch black?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
sucked. Cause like in the wintertime I usually set like, okay, say I have to wake up for like, I don't know, around 7, like 7:30 we'll say. I usually set an alarm at like 6:30. It kind of wakes me up, and then I go back to sleep until like 7:20 when my next alarm goes off, because I find it's easier for me to wake up. I don't know, it's weird. Don't question me. So, today, I guess last night, I set an alarm for 6:30, and then I set another one for like 7:20 or whatever it was. I woke up at 6:30, I'm like, I am wide awake. But I didn't want to wake up, so I kind of like went back to sleep, and I was in like a half awake, half asleep state, and then when my second alarm went off, I couldn't freaking wake up anymore, and it was a mess. And it was because the sun was out.
You know what you should do? You should get blackout
Me?
curtains.
No, because I can't sleep if it's pitch black in my room.
That's weird.
What kind of crazy person are you?
I need like very little light to. sleep.
Absolutely the fuck not. Even the
Mm-mm.
tiniest
Well,
little bit of light will piss me off.
Because when I lived in what am I trying to say? How do I say this without saying the? I think I already said what city I went to school with. But when I
You have.
moved out for school, yeah, my dorm room had blackout curtains, and I always slept with my blinds wide open, my curtains wide open. I, however,
Fucking
slept on the
weirdo.
3rd floor, looking over the little subway system that they have in the city and a highway. And also the Rideau Canal, so I didn't have to worry about people looking at me, so I just kept it open.
I can't imagine going to sleep with my curtains open. Even if there's literally zero chance of anyone looking in. Nah. You never know. Someone could just start levitating up and start staring into my window. I don't know. It could be like it could be like in My Babysitter's a Vampire when Rory's just fucking floating outside of their window. It's like, I don't know, vampire's gonna show up and stare at me. I cannot sleep. That's another thing too with my room is I cannot go to sleep if my closet doors are open. If those doors are open,
yeah,
I will not sleep. I don't care.
Same with like my dresser drawers.
I don't know what it is though about my closet door specifically, but it's just like even if it's like a crack open. Yeah, there's a demon in my closet.
There is.
It was me for a while.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. just making a closet joke. Don't mind me.
Pardon me.
You heard me.
Okay, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just if it's even slightly open, no, not allowed. Oh, my bedroom door too, though. Like it can't. It has to be closed too. Like
Yep.
I can't sleep with it open.
I used to sometimes have to leave my door open because my cat would constantly be in and out of my room. And even then, I was like, I can't handle this. Cat, just stop coming into my room. How about that? Or stay in here, for God's sake. She used to fucking meow at my door. I'd open it for her. She'd walk in, look at me, and then start meowing to get out again. I'm like, you little piece of shit.
Uh-huh. That's the thing is
Make up your goddamn mind.
I would love to let my dogs come and stay in my room with me when I sleep at night, but I know after like literally 5 minutes they're gonna want to leave again. It's like I don't want to be getting up and going back and forth just to open and close the door. Just fucking pick a place and go sleep.
But they want your attention.
Not at 4 in the fucking morning.
I'll give them attention if they will friggin' stay in my room. God.
Rusty won't stay in my room. He refuses. Well, I mean, he does. I have to have the door closed for him to actually stay, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, is he gonna just go and get up on his back paws? I don't even think if he did that, I don't even think he could reach your doorknob anyways.
No.
He's too small. He's a little baby.
The only door my cat could open was the back screen door. It was funny because she was able to go outside, that stuff, and sometimes we'd look over at the screen door, and we're like, oh, it's open. Where's the cat?
That reminds me.
Wait a minute.
That reminds me. So, our cat Lucky, she always wants to go outside. She's not an outdoor cat though. Like we don't let her outside, but she always wants out. And I remember one time when I was younger at our old house, somebody, I think it was one of my siblings at the time because they were really young, had opened up the back door to let the dog out. And I think the cat, like Lucky, had gone out after him. And we couldn't find her for like 3 days. All 3 days she was just hiding under our porch.
Aww.
She literally went outside, just under the porch. She didn't go explore anywhere. And now there have been times where like we'll let the dogs out and she won't like try to get out, but she'll kind of stand there. And like my mom once literally like let her kind of go out and just stayed with her. She didn't even leave the patio. She was like, nah. She was like, nah, this is a mistake. And yet now she's still just like, still want to go outside. But the other day, it was on Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday because it was on my mom's birthday. We were playing board games and stuff in the family room, and we had opened up one of the windows in the living room because there's a bunch of people in there. It got kind of hot. It was getting a little stuffy. Just opened up the window. And we realized the window we opened didn't have a screen in it. So we're like, okay, well, someone will just sit by it just in case. And 3 times Lucky
No.
started dipping her head behind the couch to try and get out the window, and so whoever was sitting there would have to grab her, pick her up, and put her back down, and she'd run away,
Freedom!
and then she would try
No.
it again. It was just like, we're not letting you out. We're sitting right here. She just keeps sliding, but we know the thing is we know is if she does get out, she won't go very far. Like she'll just stay in the backyard, but it's still just like, no, you're not going out.
Yeah, Artemis used to just like sleep in the garden. She used to run away, like just into like the neighbors' backyards and all that stuff, but we trained her to stay in our backyard.
We just don't let the cats out.
Yeah, I don't know when we started letting Artemis out. I think my mom let her out one day and then it kind of stuck. It was so cute because we'd go out in the front on the porch and she would just sit in the chair beside us just looking at people walking by. He'd bring a book out and just sit in the one chair and she'd be beside you.
I will say the summers is where I've come over to your house and we've gone in your pool or something, and then we'll just the door will open and suddenly we just see a cat go running by. It's like, Artemis.
So then we won't see her again for like 3 hours because she's sleeping in the rocks. So it was the weirdest.
But she was happy over there.
Friggin' cat. Yeah, but like she's sleeping on rocks. It doesn't look comfortable. It's not like, and it wasn't one solid rock. It was the little river rocks.
But
they're all lumpy.
I think, I mean, like were the rocks, are those rocks like darker? Like
not really.
Because all I'm thinking is
They
she
wouldn't
probably
be warm.
all I'm thinking is she probably sat over there because it probably either good sunlight or something. There's something about it.
No, she sat in the shade underneath one of the trees.
Well,
Weirdo.
It's just her. It's her spot. She likes it. Don't judge her.
And then yeah, she'd get all dirty as well. She'd sleep in the dirt. Friggin' weirdo.
It was funny though, because one time Lucky was like, well, I had let the dogs out. She was doing that thing where she stood at the door, kind of looking at me, just being like, "Can I go out there?" And I just remember picking her up, walking outside, and just holding her, and just kind of like showing her around. I was like, it still hasn't changed. I don't.
You like holding her like the Lion King and just like showing her around, going,
have
"This
you guys
what you want?"
Have you guys seen that one video where it's just like where this guy walks outside, it's like this teen and walks out with his chihuahua and he's like rolling around like there's no one out here. That was basically me with Lucky. Just nothing has changed. I don't know why you want out here.
Thinking about that one.
That's exactly what it looked like. Yeah. It was just me being like, nothing has changed.
You're still not allowed out here, so get back inside.
And now my sister is trying to teach her how to open up the cupboard. Because we've learned that when we pick her up and hold her up to the cupboard, she'll literally wrap her paw around the handle to try and open it. So my sister's been trying to teach her how to actually like pull it open, because she can't pull it open on her own. She's just like, the door is too heavy for her. But if someone's like holding her and she basically holds her paws around it, we can just pull her back. So yeah, Charlotte's been trying to teach her how to do that to get so that she can have treats. I'm just waiting for the day I'm gonna walk into the kitchen and find the door wide open and the cat just bag of treats just spilled on the ground.
I was just about to say, you should make sure the treats aren't hidden in there.
Oh yeah, no, the treats are up on like the top shelf, and the handles just, if she wouldn't be able to reach them on her own.
This is really off topic, but what the heck is hepatitis? What exactly is it?
What?
Why? How did we go from my cat trying to open a cupboard door to what is hepatitis?
Hey, the reason why is because it's on my phone right now as well, because it helps me focus. But there's been an increase in like cases of children having hepatitis.
Hepatitis is a general term used to describe inflammation of the liver, and it's a virus.
Oh, okay.
There's different types of it too.
Yeah.
Like you can get it just from traveling to an unknown place.
I didn't know that.
Which is why
unknown origin in children being investigated in Canada.
Which is why if you ever go traveling to a different country, make sure you're up to date on your shots and stuff. Get vaccinated, people.
Yeah, I got my shots.
I don't know why I know that though. I just remember at some point seeing something about it and being like, why is there so many different types of hepatitis? They got A, B, and C.
They ran out of names.
They just kept lettering them. But my question is, why do the kids got hepatitis?
That's what they're trying to investigate.
Like, is it bad? Like,
Probably.
well,
Yeah, if a lot of
mean,
people
like,
are getting
what's
pandemic
going
part
on?
2.
Oh god, no,
No!
please. Oh god, please not hepatitis.
Well, I do know that, like I saw in the news, a lot of kids are missing a lot of, like, essential vaccines because they couldn't get it during COVID times.
Hmm.
Which I think is stupid, but... Like, you would think that they would, like, keep vaccine clinics and all that stuff open. Like, not, like, vaccine clinics for things other than COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you think they'd keep that open? It's like the same when, like, you couldn't get surgery done that, like, wasn't, like, if you didn't get the surgery, you would die kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, a lot of it was, like, you couldn't get, like, preventative surgeries either.
Fucking
like, huh?
stupid. All fucking stupid.
Anyways, this is getting too into politics. That,
Hang on,
yeah,
wait, before we
I
change
just saw a
topics.
news article.
Before I
Yeah.
change topics, the only thing I want to say is, get your fucking vaccines. All of them.
Yes.
Get all your vaccines. Not even just COVID. Get all the fucking vaccines.
And if your parents don't let you, if your parents don't let you get it, get on a bus and get it yourself.
Yeah.
Or when
Anyways.
you turn 18, just go get it yourself. You're an adult. I actually read the one story where the mom was, like, pissed off. She's like, my daughter's doing something stupid. Like, she turned 18, she went and got all her vaccines, but I'm a big anti-vaxxer, and, like, why is she going against me? And everyone in the comments was like, good for the daughter.
I think I've seen things similar to that. It's like, oh, my daughter, or my kid is 18 and they're making their decisions because they're an adult, but it's not the decisions I want them to make. Damn, that sucks.
Oh, dang.
Oh, what a pity. You're
Oh,
learning that
no.
your kid is their own person.
Oh no, they have different opinions from you. Oh no.
Oh, what a shame.
Hmm.
I'm gonna cry about it, I guess.
I think that's one thing my parents were always good at, was understanding that my sister and I are, like, our own people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My mom was very good about that. Actually, it reminds me, I saw this thing the other day. So it was this, this woman on TikTok who is, like, an esthetician. And she's also a licensed piercer. And this girl who had turned 18 went in and got her nose pierced. And the next day, her mom comes in, like, screaming and yelling, like, I didn't say she could do this, blah, blah, blah. And the woman's like, she's 18. Like, what? And then she's like, I don't care, you have to take it out. And then she looks over at the girl, she's like, do you want to take it out? She's like, not really, but if it'll get my mom to shut up, I guess. So she takes her into the back room, and she's just like, do you actually want this taken out? And she's like, no, of course I don't want this taken out. I spent a lot of money on this, and I like it. So she's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the piercing out, but I have these clear little, like, things that you can put into it that keeps the hole open, but you can't tell that it's pierced. And she was like, aw, sick, yeah, let's do that. And I'm like, that is the best fucking thing. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, I hate parents who are like that, who are, when their kid turns 18 and their kid decides, hey, maybe I want to dye my hair, or I want to get a piercing or something. You're like, oh, I didn't say you could do this. It's like, did you have to pay for it? No. Is it your body? No. Then why the fuck do you care? Like, who the fuck, like, why are you so attached to your kid's fucking body? That's weird. Like, that's weird.
That. Well, that's my parents. I'm like, hey, can I do this? My parents are like, you're 21, you can do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I can.
Why are you
Yeah.
asking us? It's being ingrained in my mind, man. It's being...
See,
Because I trust you guys and I want your opinion. I want to make sure it's okay.
see, my mom would always, like, let me do those types of things. Like, like the facial
My
piercings
parents
and
would
stuff.
too.
Yeah, that's the thing. The facial piercings and stuff, my mom was more like, when you're 18, and if you still want to do it, you can do it yourself, that kind of thing. But, like, hair dye and stuff, she always let me do that, all those sort of things. But, like, as I got older, when I was, I'd say between 18 and 19, I would always still go ask her if I can, and she'd always be like, you're 18, you're 19, whatever, like, as long as you're paying for it, it's fine. And now it's sort of switched from being a can I do it to should I do it. So instead of it being like I'm asking for permission, it's more like, do you think this is a good idea? That's pretty much what I've kind of, yeah, that's kind of what, and then even if she's like, I don't know, I'm like, well, already spent the money, so I'm doing it.
See, my parents still don't like piercings and tattoos and all that stuff just because of their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I always associate that with like the horrible people of society. The joys of being a cop and firefighter.
Well,
But my sister got her nose pierced. I think she also got her belly button pierced at one point, but it's since closed.
I don't think I would
And
ever
if
get my
I ever
belly
get a
pierced.
piercing again, I will die.
Why?
I'll just get a really nasty infection.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? What would happen? I'll just die.
Oh.
Yep, I'll just die. They'll do like the little gun thingy where they put the hole in and then I'll just die instantly.
Well, they shouldn't be doing that for
Okay.
anything that isn't your earlobes, so.
Yeah,
Even
that's
earlobes,
true.
they really shouldn't be doing it.
What are you supposed to do? Like put like little needle through or something?
Yeah, you're supposed to use a needle and okay.
So why
as a
doesn't it-
person
why
who
doesn't the gun work?
as a person who worked for an unnamed company that does ear piercings and sells cheap jewelry for
Name
kids.
them. We'll never be sponsored by them.
Yeah. You know what? Fair enough. Fucking Claire's. So
Oh my
Claire's?
god,
so
my surgery! I love that place.
so I for 2.5 years worked for not Claire's, but I worked for Icing, which is owned by Claire's, and it's basically meant to be Claire's but for teens. And so we still had to do all the piercings and stuff, but we use the guns, like the little plastic ones. But the thing is, you shouldn't use them on anything except the earlobes, and you really even shouldn't use it for that either. Because, like, going into a Claire's to get your ears pierced, it's not going to be nearly as sterile. You're getting teenagers to do it. You're not getting, like, a trained professional who knows what they're doing. You're getting a teenager who learned on a fucking teddy bear and is just like, yeah, this probably looks fine. Like, and we're also, too, told to upsell you. Sell them the, like, gold earrings. If they say they want something hypoallergenic, sell them the gold one. It's like, well, the gold one's gonna give them an allergic reaction. They should be getting the cheaper stainless steel. But the store doesn't want us to do that. Whereas if you go to a proper professional ear piercing place, they use the sharpened sterilized needles that each come in their own little package, and they throw them out, like, literally you can only use them once. Then they have to be thrown away because they need to keep it as clean as possible. And they'll use what earrings you want. So if you tell them, I am like me personally, I am allergic to nickel. So if I were to get any kind of piercing and get jewelry with nickel in it, my like ear will swell up and it hurts. It hurts bad. So like they will take that into consideration and be professional because they're looking out for your safety. And another thing with Claire's is you also have to fill out and sign the fucking, like, because it's technically considered a medical procedure. You have to fill out a waiver, basically being like, if anything happens to me, I won't sue. Which is,
If I
again,
die because of this, I won't sue.
it's like, yeah, so if you come in with, like, your fucking 3-year-old to get their ears pierced, and you're putting your kid's life, like, into the hands of a fucking teenager, and you're like, yeah, you could just stab my kid's ears. Like,
The thing is, though, as well, like, you run the risk of, like, a bad infection.
Yeah.
Because you're right, the guns aren't sterilized.
because, yeah, we had a lot of rubbing alcohol and, like, cleaners, and we have, like, these, like,
Yeah, I can only do so much.
yeah, we have, like, the hospital grade, like, wipes and stuff, and we have to clean everything off every single time we use this stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean, like, my hands are fully clean, or the counter that we're putting stuff down on is clean, like, and we have kids constantly running in and out, because it's technically a kid's store, and you don't know what kids are running through, whereas going to an ear piercer, it's just you, and, like, whatever parent or guardian is with you, and the piercer in one room, like, basically
Let's
in, like,
also
a
be real.
doctor's type of room.
Is a teenager who's making minimum wage really going to, like, sterilize that gun properly?
Literally. Like, I always tried
No.
to be so good about it. And the fact
Yeah,
that
because you're a good person.
but, like, the fact that I stayed at that job for as long as I did is, like, still crazy to me. Because,
Blows
like,
my mind.
because, like, I liked the people I worked with. Like, they were really great people. But the job itself, it's like, I will gladly say, do not get your fucking ears pierced at Claire's. Especially, do not get your kids' ears pierced at Claire's. Also, too, because we have to, whenever you get an ears piercing...
Ears pierced.
Yeah, well, don't get them their ears pierced until the kid can say yes or no to it.
Yeah.
I am of the belief, do not get your baby's ears pierced, because that was another thing
No, that's
at Claire's,
so fucked up.
is the youngest we would pierce ears was 6 months old. So they had to be
Oh
at least
my God.
they had to have had at least their like all their shots and stuff that babies need to get. And it's like 6 months old is the youngest. And like
That's dumb.
we literally had to do ear piercings on babies, and there were multiple times where I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I just
Yeah.
like I'm not going to tell you how to like raise your kid, but also
but-
like really? Like you're taking your fucking infant to a Claire's?
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get down that road.
But I just yeah, like it's just
I'm gonna say something, but
just
I shouldn't.
do not go to a Claire's store to get your ears pierced, because another thing too is when you get your ears pierced is we also have to sell it in this thing that's like a like starter kit, where we have to sell you this stuff that's supposed to be like this like cleaner rubbing alcohol type stuff, but it's store brand and it's to like help keep your ears clean, except
Who's moving a cup around?
that's definitely
Sorry.
Jess. I think it's her water bottle. But like
What the? How?
the thing,
Oh, my noise suppression's not on,
you should probably turn that on.
bro.
Come on,
what?
Jess. We're professionals.
Come
Always
on.
Who fucking check it?
You're the reason why we have background noise in our episodes.
Ugh.
Sorry, Emma, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. Anyways, yeah, so I don't actually, still to this day, don't actually know what's in that cleaner, nor do I know if it actually works. Because, like, that was another thing I was always told, too, is when someone would go, like, oh, it's fine, we don't need it, we'll just get rubbing alcohol, I was always told to tell them, no, you have to use this stuff. Which, to me, just makes it seem like it's just because they want me to sell more stuff to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, there was so much of it that it was just, like, it can't, there has to be, it's so unsafe. And then another thing too is we are only allowed to pierce your earlobes, so we can do up to 3 piercings on your earlobes as long as there's enough space between them for them to fit. We
Is
can't,
that the like flappy part?
yeah,
Or
that's
does
like
it go
yeah,
all the way up?
no, it's just the
Okay.
the basically just the skin tissue at the bottom of your ear.
Yeah,
Once you
the
get to the
flappy part.
once you get to the part where it starts getting hard into cartilage, we can't do that any further. So
Okay,
so
well,
that's
that
why
at
I
least-
said up to 3 as long as it can fit. So if you have 2 piercings already and we go to do the third, but the spacing is gonna make it so it
Mine
goes in the
would
cartilage, we can't give you the piercing. You need to go to a
Can we pause
piercer.
for a second?
Sure.
Okay. Hello? Sorry, that was Jordan.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
God
God
damn
damn it, Jordan!
Listen, I already missed one of her calls. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
loved it.
So yeah, yeah. So any time it would start getting to the cartilage, we would have to tell them, sorry, you're gonna have to go to like a professional like ear piercer where they use a needle to do it. Because another reason why it's so bad to get your ears pierced to Claire's is that if you use a gun on anything that's not the earlobe, it can shatter cartilage.
Oh my god.
That's why we can't pierce anything but your earlobe. So when people would come in asking for a nose piercing, for a cartilage piercing, we'd always have to be like, sorry, no, you have to go to a tattoo shop or somewhere where they do piercings with a needle. That's why also using a gun is so bad, and why even just using it on your earlobe is not good. Because you're literally, it's not even the needle going through.
Trauma and all that.
Yeah, because like putting a needle through, it's a sterilized, very sharp needle. Half the time, you barely even feel it. Because like it goes through like so smoothly, whereas using a gun, it's literally we put this cartridge into the gun that holds the earring you want, and we just shoot it into your ear.
Yeah.
We literally just shove the earring through your ear.
You would think parents would be like, yeah, let's go to like an actual piercing shop because it'll hurt less for my kid.
Yeah, but the
no.
thing is, because the gun is faster than doing a needle, they think, oh well, it's
Yeah, they
fast,
think
so it's not
yeah.
gonna hurt as much. But it's like it does
No.
hurt because you're literally shoving the earring straight through the ear rather than using the needle.
Listen, it's a gun. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
So that's why it's just like the fact that I was doing that for 2 years, like
Big yikes.
that was my very
Yikes.
first job I ever had. I got hired when I was like 17. So just think about it
I
that
remember
way.
You hated that job.
What?
I remember you hated that job.
Yeah, I did not like doing that job. Like I said, I liked the people I worked with. My coworkers, I loved them. They were all so nice. I even liked my
That sounds
manager.
familiar.
I just hated the job. Yeah, I know. That's literally like my reoccurring issues. I like the people I work with, hate the job.
That's always the issue.
Yeah.
Like my parents always say, people don't leave jobs, they leave people.
Yep. But yeah, like it's just
When did your parents become Southern?
was just saying, like, I don't know where that accent came from.
That's just
Are
the
you
accent you
right,
have
huh?
when you. That's just the accent you gain when you get old.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's just. Anyways,
Wait,
there's
you become
my.
Southern when you're old?
Yep.
Yes, every
I
single
can't
Southern person
hold.
you've met is just old.
It's actually just because they're old. But yeah, so anyways, that's my really long rant on why you should never go to a Claire's or any type of store like that for an ear piercing. Always go to a professional, licensed piercer who uses a needle. Even if it sounds scary because it's slower, I promise you, it'll hurt less and it's much less likely to get infected. And also, it's just better. Like, it's just better. You're putting yourself
This
at so much
podcast
less risk.
is not sponsored by Claire.
And it never will be. I'm gonna get fucking sued. They're gonna sue me for defamation. And I'm gonna be like, you want fucking proof? I had 2 years.
Let's go, I'll take you to court. And I'll win too.
But like literally what was it? A couple weeks ago, I was at the mall with my sister and my brother because we had to get shirts for a thing. And my sister wanted to get a new chain because the one for her necklace had broken. And I was like, oh, well, we can go to icing because like I remember they have just plain ones that you can get for pendants. And I literally went in. My old manager was still there. So of course I went in to say hi to her, and we were like super friendly. We were chatting while she's looking around and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, see, I liked the people I worked with. The job just sucked.
You didn't get hours either.
Oh yeah, that was another issue. Is I never got hours. That also, there was literally times where I just wouldn't work at all one week, and it was really frustrating. It's really hard to make money when you have a job but don't get any hours.
What do you want this job for? Money? Okay, we won't give you any hours. What the fuck?
Why not?
What do you mean?
But yeah.
Also, Emma, I think when you edit this, you should just have me saying like, "Oh, hang on," and then just "hello," and then just put it there. Like, oh, that was George.
I'll cut it there, and I'll just put in like the Animal Crossing talking sound for a couple seconds, and then it's just sorry, that was Jordan. I'm doing that now.
Oh no!
You're welcome. Nook, no.
Absolutely the fuck
Ain't
not.
that slimy little raccoon. How much
Yes,
debt I
Tom
am in?
Nook.
I owe him. No, I hate Tom Nook.
Oh, you owe him
I've
so
been his
much money.
friggin' slave since like 2008. I still haven't paid off my debt in Animal Crossing Wild.
You
But
never will.
technically, it was my sister's debt because she started it, like the world, and then like she did everything. I just ran around and caught fish. Listen, I didn't even get to decorate the house. Okay, that was not my house. I just slept there.
Listen, man, in capitalism, you're never gonna get rid of your debt. You just have to learn to live with it.
Yeah. I'll get rid of my debt when I'm dead.
Exactly. Now you get
So
it.
what would happen? What would happen? Like, so if you die and you're like severely in debt, like you know how like
it gets dropped onto either your next of kin or whoever your closest relatives are. So like your parents,
So
or
that's
if you
what
have kids,
happens
it goes
if-
to your kids. Yep.
Oof.
So I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. So, when my nanny had passed away, we had to do all whatever, like make sure she didn't have any debt or whatever. So
Mhm.
like you'd have to call like whatever credit card you had, like whoever like the
Your
bank you were with,
essentially.
and everything else, and be like, did this person have any debt? Blah blah blah. And then if you don't have any debt, it's like, okay, thanks, please close this account. It's debt. The person has deceased.
This person has deceased.
This person has deceased. This account, no more, please. No more.
Because like so, if they are in debt but they didn't have enough money to do it, like they take it out of like your estate and all that, right?
I think so.
Like your house has a certain value, so you sell it and then you'd use that money to
Yeah.
pay back the debts and all stuff.
Yep.
Ugh. Sounds like a headache. My parents are never allowed to die.
Basically, if you want to get out of your debt, have a kid and then die.
Okay,
Oh my.
perfect.
So what happens if you don't have a next of kin?
I think it goes to your parents. It would just be whoever your closest relative
So what
is.
if I'm like 80 years old and I've got no living relatives? and I kick the
They
bucket and I
probably
can't pay
just-
my debt.
Well, because your estate, if you have nobody for it to go to,
They-
it would your
They
estate.
revive me.
No. What would happen is the bank would like take over your house because if there's no one to take it, they take it over, sell it off, and then they take off any monies that need to go for debts. I guess would just get distributed. That would be
I'm
like
sorry,
the closest thing I could think of.
I'm picturing
What
like
happens if you
a
don't
bank
have-
person, like this person in like this suit and tie and everything, coming into like the hospital room, and you just then being like, "Is she dead?" "Yes, sir, she's dead. Resuscitate her." "But sir, she has a DNR."
She
Resuscitate
owes
her.
me money.
"She owes me so much money. You resuscitate that motherfucker." "Okay, I'm sorry."
Well, apparently, the short answer is your debt doesn't get passed on to your family, even to your spouse. Instead, your debt stays with your estate. Does not mean your estate must pay off your remaining debt as well as taxes on before any of your assets can be inherited by your chosen beneficiaries.
Yeah. So yeah, basically just
Yeah.
whatever money they need, they'll just take it from your estate.
Yeah,
this
but then
isn't-
what happens if you don't have enough money in your estate? That's what I want to know.
They just make your corpse fucking work.
Exactly. Like I said,
Like
they
I-
revive you.
Like I said, that motherfucker owes me money. Resuscitate that bitch.
Bring him back. I haven't gotten all of my
I'd like
money
to
yet.
say, totally random topic. I play games while I'm doing the podcast to focus.
Yeah, that's why we hear clicking. Sorry.
I didn't realize that my fucking noise suppression wasn't on.
You
Anyway,
still hear it.
fuck you. Anyway, I sent my baby to daycare because my two Sims are working. She aged up at the daycare.
Oh no.
I didn't know it was her birthday. I didn't know it was her birthday.
Your Sims go to pick up their kid and they're like, "All right, here's your kid." That's not my fucking kid.
That is a toddler. I gave you a baby.
This is not my child. What the fuck? Why are you giving me a toddler? I gave you my kid wrapped up, swaddled in a blanket. Then you're giving me back a fucking walking around little human?
That's not mine. I don't claim it.
How to get
Give it to the next person.
How to get out of being a parent? This is definitely not my kid. Actually, you can keep it.
You can keep it. I gotta go. But sir, I gotta go.
It's clearly not mine. Don't know why you're trying to give it to me. It seems really neglectful on your part.
No, that's kind of. But we have that. Your name is right. Not mine.
I ought to report you guys.
No, my child. Never met that child in my life.
I've actually never had a child in my life. Not sure why you're trying to give me this one.
But isn't this your name on this or on this sheet right here? Your signing sheet? No.
Can I be honest with you guys?
What?
I don't understand life insurance.
I don't either. I was thinking about this. Cause it's like, oh,
know it
it's
exists,
just
but
like, it's just like, oh, your family member died. Here's a reward.
Literally.
Congrats, your family member died. Have money.
Like,
Oh, your
how
family
can you,
died.
how
I'm
can
so
you be
sorry.
insured for your life?
I'm so sorry that your family
Listen,
died.
man.
Here's some money.
It's capitalism. They can put a price tag on anything.
It's true.
I can't. Also, my dad, when I was younger, okay. So, let me give some context. So, at like my elementary school, and I think high school as well. I don't know if your schools did this as well, but they used to give out like stuff to get pretty much like insurance for your kids. So your kids can have insurance kind of thing.
What kind of rich people shit?
Well, it's no. It's like so that you can like it's kind of like benefits almost, I think. I don't know.
What?
But I don't know, like you pretty much got insurance for your kids. And my dad, every single time we got the little pamphlet thing, he was like, "Why would you insure a liability?" And he tried to
Hey.
explain to me. He tried to explain to me why it's bad to insure your kids, and he looked at me and went, "You're a burden."
just like, I know I chose you to have you and everything, but like, God,
The
you
thing is-
get in my fucking way.
Because the thing is, it's like technically, if you're like, God forbid, your kid died, you just saved yourself a shit ton of money, right? Like, you no longer have to pay for that kid anymore. 'Cause your kid's fucking dead.
Good point. Why didn't my
So you
parents put me
don't
down?
insure it if like you're gonna get money back. I don't know. I don't understand insurance. Pretty much all I got from that is like kids are a burden.
Now I need to know how life insurance actually works. Hang on, I'm looking this up. I want to know why the fuck they can be like, oh, well, this person died, so here's like $80,000. Have fun with it. Like,
Oh, I was trying to look it up, and
I'm just Googling
life
how
insurance
does
is a contract
how
between
does life
insurance
insurance
policy
work?
holder and an insurer or assure, where the insurer promises to pay designated beneficiary a sum of money upon the death of an insured person. Depending on the contract, other events such as terminal illness or critical illness can also trigger payment.
Yeah, I still don't get it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get a lot of financial things. Like, what the fuck?
Either.
Like,
My dad
I just,
explained to me,
just
like,
all I'm gonna say is, what the fuck is a mortgage?
Yeah,
Oh, I
what the
understand
fuck
mortgages.
is that?
I don't understand any of it. I don't fucking know.
I sort of understand. I understand mortgages enough.
You want to buy a house? Give me your soul.
All I
Really?
understand from
It's like
mortgages
if I
is
understand
like,
correctly, it's pretty much just like you buy a house and that's a shit ton of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you pay it back for
With my
like
soul.
or however much.
yeah, I'll
like a
just
year
pay.
and all
I was
that
just,
stuff.
I was planning on just giving them my soul anyways, because of the way the housing market is right now. I might as well. Might get me like
Yeah,
a
and you
one
pay-
bedroom.
That's true.
From what I understand, it's like you have like you pay it at an interest. So like you can take different interest rates depending on like how long
How
you want to do
much
it
is
for
the
and like how
soul
much you
worth?
want to spend and all that stuff. All that jazz.
All I'm gonna say is I think it's all bullshit, and I should just be able to have a house.
You know what? Literally, it's a basic freaking need. Anyways, you know
How
what my
dare
dad
you
explained to
want a
me?
roof over your head?
I asked my dad. So like in Canada and a lot of other places in the world, I think the entire world actually, inflation is going up a lot.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my dad, I'm like, how do you even fix inflation? And my dad's like, literally all you gotta do is increase oh
I
my
found-
god, I forgot the word.
I
And, like the oh no, I just remembered the word. What you
I found-
increase the thingy where the it was in the definition for mortgage. Hang on.
You're gonna
The
get there.
interest rate. That's it. I'll get there. You increase the interest rate, like the banks would increase the interest rate, and it was like, what does that mean? Pretty much, you increase the interest rate so that people stop spending money, or like, well, not spending money, but like borrowing money. I just blew your mind. You have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
no,
No,
not a
it's
single
no,
thing.
it's not that you blew my mind. It's more of just like, how about we just
It hurt.
let people have a house? Like, well,
Money is not real.
money isn't. It's just paper that we trade, and like and if
you know what?
and
If you
depending,
print out more
but-
of these papers, it goes like it
like it's
decreases the value.
yeah,
What does that
suddenly, yeah,
mean?
suddenly people don't want it anymore, and then if I go to a different like part of the world, it's suddenly completely different paper, and the ones I'm holding is worthless. Like, it's all fake. Everything is made up. Everything. I could rant about this I could rant about this for so long that everything in the world is fucking made up, and it's all
You know what?
stupid.
It would make more sense if like our currency was based off like let's say diamonds. And like
Minecraft.
literally.
Minecraft.
But like you got a certain amount of diamonds and therefore like it's like this diamond costs this much. Like it just I don't know how to explain it. It would make more sense if like you had an actual thing where you can't just print out more of it. Which I mean
like-
technically you could just like make more diamonds.
But
That's illegal.
But also too, like, why do different countries all have different currencies? Like, it would make more sense if the entire world just had one currency. Like, why do we all have to have different ones? It just makes things so much more difficult. Like,
Yeah.
I just this is what I mean. Everything is
Also-
fake and made up.
Am I
Like,
having a crisis
pennies-
right now?
To make pennies
So thinking about
in
icing and now I'm
Canada,
fucking
it costs
losing it.
them more.
Emma,
To
it's
make
okay,
pennies in
honey.
Canada. Let me talk about pennies.
Okay, I'm
To
sorry.
make a penny in Canada, it cost more to make it than the penny was actually worth.
So we
It
stopped
costs, like-
making them.
Yes, we stopped. But like, how can it cost more to make like a thing that's worth 1 cent? It's worth 1 cent. How is it like? How does it cost more to make it?
Like, it's just like that's
What do you
what
mean
I'm
it
saying.
costs 3 cents? Where did the 2 extra cents come from? It's
This is
worth
like
1
this
cent.
is what I'm saying. Like it's all just made up. All of it's fucking fake. It's all fake. All of it. I just I will say it's been so long that Canada's had pennies that the other day I actually did find some pennies, and it threw me off because I was like, what the fuck? Where'd this come? What? Like it was so weird just seeing a penny because we haven't had them in so long. And it's just like I don't even. I think I don't know where they came from. I just. Money's so
Was there-
fucking weird.
I don't know.
Money is so fucking weird.
It is. My head hurts now.
Just same.
Yeah, because you guys want to all rant about money and
It just confuses me. Name this episode: "The Burnout Kids Have an Economic Crisis."
Literally, if any person, anyone at all who has any sort of financial understandings, like if they're working as like like a financial advisor or an accountant or something, and they tried to explain to me like how fucking taxes actually work, I think I would actually cry. I'm like,
My
I can
dad tries
I'm like,
to-
I can do my taxes, kind of, and that's it. Doing well
can't
enough. I
do my
haven't been arrested, so
Get
that's
someone else to do our taxes.
my mom does them. Like she does them through like one of the websites, the business things.
Yeah, my dad used to get the little program thingy,
Yeah, it's
and then he went, "You know what? I don't want to do this anymore."
yeah. Well, we don't have the luxury of paying someone else to
Oh,
handle our
no.
money. But no, my mom's actually pretty good at it. She's pretty good with money and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, she can show me.
My dad's good at money as well. Like both my parents are good at money as well, but like, dad's like, "Yeah, fuck this. We can afford this."
Yeah.
Gives him a headache. I remember we have one picture, and my dad went up to my grandparents' house to help them with their taxes and all that stuff. And we have a picture of my dad sitting in front of a laptop, pulling his hair out, like screaming. And then my grandma's beside him with this huge fucking magnifying glass, trying to read this piece of paper. And I think that perfectly sums up how tax season is.
Yeah.
yeah, I can. My dad does taxes. That is exactly how it goes.
Like I said, my mom does taxes. However, once I started having to do taxes, what we basically do is like she would sit with me while I'm doing like she would the first time she would kind of do it while explaining it to me, and then as we've kind of gone on now, like this year, for the most part I was able to do it on my own, but I had my mom sitting with me because I was like, just in case. But like I'm pretty sure
Mom,
I
don't
get
want
it.
them to arrest me.
Basically, I'm like, I don't want them to be like, hey, you're committing you're committing fraud and it's tax evasion and it's all this, and it's just like I just don't understand what I'm doing.
Swear it wasn't on purpose.
See, that's another reason
It
why
was an accident.
that's another reason why money is made up and weird. Is the fact that taxes, they're like, hey, you owe us a certain amount of money, but we're not going to tell you how much. You just have to figure it out, and if you get it
know
wrong,
what's
you go to
even
jail.
weird? What's even weirder is that like some jobs they take off so much taxes where it's like, oops, sorry, we didn't mean to do this, here you go. And then other jobs it's like, yeah, we didn't take enough taxes from you, therefore you owe us more money.
Uh-huh. It's all made up and it's fake, and I think money is
You know
stupid.
what's even weirder? Tax breaks. I made
Mhm.
like $10,000-ish last year. So I work a part-time minimum wage job. You know how much money I got back? $6. Because my dad makes too much money. And he takes all my freaking tax breaks.
You know
Last
what? I
year-
got $6.
Last year, I'm not gonna say how much I got last year, but I got a decent amount last year. This year I got
I got
four.
like
I got four.
400
I got
last
four.
year.
This year I got $4.
Yeah. My dad is like, oh yeah, you know, you got $6 back. It's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I got 3,000 back.
I got 3,000. Fuck you.
I'm like, yeah, you got 3,000 back because you took all of my money.
Technically, there was a certain amount, like, I don't exactly understand it because my mom explained it to me and it just went right over my head. I was like, I don't fucking know. So I did actually get more than like $4, but like general tax and everything,
Yeah.
like at the end, it was like, yeah, you're gonna get back about $4. And I was like, thanks.
So I would have gotten more back. However, my dad makes too much money, so he took all of my tax breaks. So
Fucking asshole.
yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know anything about my taxes yet because my dad does it last. My dad goes and does all the family's taxes last because he has so many clients to do first, and then
Mm-hmm.
ours gets done. So mine hasn't been done yet.
Should probably do that.
No,
He puts an extension on it.
Yeah. I mean,
That
that makes
makes
sense. It makes sense for him because, you know, it's his whole job.
So you know he's able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
He's
basically.
like, I'm just gonna put an extension on it, and the government goes, "You got it, bud."
But like the thing is, like, when it comes to like tax season and everything, like it's like I know the general time, but I never really know what the actual time frame is until my mom finally goes, "Hey, we need to do taxes. Where are your things?" And where's like your T4 and all these other things? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm
No, I
suddenly
have to-
running around trying to find things.
I looked it up, and the deadline to give a T4 slip was February 28th, 2022. And I
Uh-huh.
think our manager there, Emma,
Mhm.
gave it to us after.
Yep.
He was doing some illegal shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, he was definitely doing some shit he should not have been doing.
He wouldn't give it to us unless we filled out a form.
But when I got it, he wasn't there that day, so one of our supervisors just let me take it, and I was like, "Can I just
Oh,
bring this
yeah,
back later?"
I
And
did
he's like,
too.
"Yeah, sure." Because I was like,
I did
because
that
like
as well.
you can't, because it was basically like there's this thing you had to sign, and he wouldn't let you take it unless you sign the thing first. And I'm like,
Yeah,
first
it
of all,
was
that's
pretty
illegal.
much just like an update. It's an update on the company policies and all that stuff, saying like, this is what we expect of you, and this is what you can expect of us, kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's
They
just a
wouldn't give
thing
it to us,
yearly
yeah.
that they have a sign. It's like, yeah, whatever. However, saying that you can't have your T4 slips or like and your tax stuff until you sign this, that's illegal. Like you can't. If I
That's
get in
post-reporting
trouble,
and-
it's literally like if I get in trouble from the government and they claim I'm like evading taxes because you wouldn't give me my stuff, this is your fault. Like this is on you.
That's
like,
what I mean.
like you're getting
You're
your
being
it's like
shit.
you're gonna be in more trouble than I am because I can be like it's his fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
I would love to pay my taxes. However, I don't have the proper information.
yeah, I would love to actually do what I'm supposed to do. However, my manager is not letting me. So you can talk to him.
Yep.
Yeah, he was doing some illegal shit. He still fucking does. I wouldn't be
I was
surprised.
about to say, I'm pretty sure he still is. That's okay. I quit.
I'm very close to it.
I think you should.
I was talking about this
Do
with
it, job.
I was talking about this with
do it.
Jordan the other day that I'm like, because of certain circumstances, there's a like I don't necessarily even need the job anymore.
You've even told me about this.
Yeah,
What was
'cause I'm-
happening as
Yeah,
well.
because like I'm just all I'm gonna say is like I've got a decent amount of money. I could easily make it through my last year of school by myself.
Okay. We should say,
I'm saying.
before you continue on, you have this money legally.
Yes, I do have it legally.
You did
it's
not rob a
legally.
bank or anything.
Yeah, I didn't rob a bank or anything. I'm just getting an inheritance for not some great circumstances, but legal nonetheless.
There's no shady stuff happening here.
I promise I don't do anything illegal. I would be too scared. I'd be too
Most
scared.
illegal thing I do is like, I don't know. I don't turn my blinker on when there's no one around
Most
me.
illegal thing I've done is not be straight.
That's illegal in Canada.
Yeah, in Canada, but a lot of other parts of the world it's not.
Fair enough.
I can't state what I have not done or done.
You've
not.
murdered someone.
No, I
Da,
gotta
da,
go.
da.
Oh,
I'm gonna go over
fuck.
to your house and I'm just gonna find like, what are these like 6 feet tall, or 6 feet wide, 6 feet long
6 foot.
poles. 6 foot?
6
6
foot
foot
long.
or 6 feet?
6 foot.
Oh, 6 foot long. Rectangular, like squares.
Long is bad
Weird.
money.
That sentence did not work. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's okay. I'm
Why are there
singing now.
suspicious holes in your backyard? Let's go with that. Cut everything
There you
out
go.
before.
No, I'm keeping that all in.
Oh, keep it all in.
Your
Listen,
struggles,
okay?
your struggles
I
stay.
struggle.
Your struggles stay.
Oh no!
There's Spook struggling and me
No,
and me
the
singing.
listeners are gonna bully me.
They already do.
Yeah, we already bully you. Like,
Oh, I don't care about you guys. I care about the listeners.
listeners.
I actively listen to the podcast. I actively bully you.
You're not a listener.
I have to. I have to listen. I have
You
to
can
listen. I have to listen to the episodes more than once because I edit them. I
You
am
have
like
to
the
listen to
listener.
every single stutter. That's why only Emma's allowed to make fun of me, because she has to listen to my stuttering, like,
I have to listen to all
on a
three of her.
repeated
I have to
basis.
listen to all 3 of our voices. Like, I'm gonna have to listen to this. Just
You said you like the sound of my voice before. So you know what?
I must have been fucking high.
You must have been mad. I've heard my voice.
I'm kidding. I like your voice. Your voice is fine. It's weird hearing my own voice. Your voice is too loud. When I have to listen to you, it's just you screaming and like blowing out your mic.
Do I blow up my mic?
Only if you scream.
I'll do it again.
Well,
Well,
you say so.
Takes a deep breath.
anyways, we should probably start wrapping up now.
No.
Okay, well, I need to start wrapping up now, so I'm making you.
So that was our economic crisis. I can guarantee you none of you guys understood that, because I didn't either, and I was talking about it.
I was talking about how I didn't understand it, so they'll relate to that. They'll just relate to
I
me
was
being
talking
like,
about it.
they'll relate to me just being
I
like, everything is made up, it's all fake, I hate this.
I was saying smart words, and I didn't understand a single thing that came out of my mouth.
You were saying words. I was just hearing.
I was speaking Animal Cross.
all I was hearing the whole time was just the sound of like a bag of quarters being shook around every time you talked about money.
Money.
Like the teachers from Charlie Brown.
Exactly.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's exactly what I heard. But anyways, yeah, my final thought is, I think, money is, fake and stupid. Don't get your ears pierced to Claire's.
Okay.
And do your taxes.
I thought you were gonna say money is sus. I genuinely
Money
thought
is
you were gonna say
sus.
money is sus.
Money is sus.
Don't trust the money.
Anyways, yeah, money is fake. Don't get your ears pierced to Claire's. Do your taxes. And
Evade your taxes.
I hate capitalism.
Yeah, I think that sums it
Yeah,
up.
I think that sums it up. Yeah.
All right, great, perfect.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom, you know?
Thank you for listening to the Burnout Kids podcast. If you're interested in following any of us, you can follow me, Emma, on Twitter and Instagram at stopit_Emma. Or you can follow me on TikTok at stopitemmalive, or you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube at stopittemma. And if you're interested in following Jess, you can follow her on Twitter at tothemoon_Jess, or you can follow her on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at tothemoonjessie. And if you're interested in following Spook, you can follow them on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Spookish with 2 Ks. And if you're interested in following the podcast, you can find us on Twitter and Tumblr at Burnout Kids Cast, or on Instagram and TikTok at Burnout Kids Podcast. For our audio listeners, we have a YouTube channel called the Burnout Kids Podcast. And for our YouTube watchers that want to listen on the go, we have a Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We release new episodes every other Saturday, so be sure to stop by for another episode with your local Burnout Kids. Bye!